Hey man, it's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue. And basically, it's white Americans are sick of our shit.
Welcome to the show. You're listening to Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, S.W. Griffin. We're going to be talking about are white people getting black fatigue from black people? Are they being just fatigued out of the arena by black people's actions and how black people are acting today? Where I'm going to break this video down into two parts today. And the first part is going to be about just regular, average, everyday Americans and black Americans and how they act out in public and how this can be fatiguing white people. White people are having fatigue from the way black people are acting ghetto out in public. And then I'm going to break it down again into professionals. I mean, Hollywood people that you know, athletes, TV stars, movie stars, internet stars. Are they being fatigued, or white people being fatigued by black people who are famous too? Let's look at this. Let's get busy and let's get with it. You're listening to the Hear Me Out podcast with your host, S.W. Griffin. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. Hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Let's get busy.
If you only knew what I have in store for you, baby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about black fatigue today, or white people getting fatigued by the things that black people do out in public by being ghetto. Just ghetto behavior, uncontrollable ghetto behavior. Well, I'm going to show you a couple clips real fast of two women that are working at fast food restaurants that just were out of control. No way that you should treat a customer this way whatsoever, regardless of what they say, because you are the servant. You are serving them, and you have to be better and act better than the people that you serve, because you have a job to do. And there's no way, I'm going to show you these two clips. There's no way that if I owned a restaurant, these two ladies would continue to work for me. They'd be fired. They'd be fired on the spot. This is ridiculous, and this is why some white people are saying they are getting fatigued by black people. Let's play the clip right fast.
Bro, do you know how mad you gotta be to detach the fry thing at McDonald's? Detach the fry thing at McDonald's and throw it at somebody? Whatever they did, they had to deserve it. Ain't no way.
What up? They picked up the oil can.
Illicit behavior in public, and we should not be doing that. You should not be taking up for people's immoral, stupid behavior, and for him to laugh about that and say that she must have, whoever she threw the fries at must have deserved it for her to get angry enough. There's no reason whatsoever for an employee to try to harm a customer. If a customer says something that you don't like, you eat it. You keep your mouth closed. You be nice to them and tell them if you don't like what's going on, then here's a card to corporate and call corporate headquarters, and you can talk to them about it. And if they want to try to call corporate and get you fired, at least you were peaceful about it and you handled it in the right way. But for somebody to get so angry at a customer and then grab the fries out of the fry rack that's boiling hot and throw them at the customer. See, in the original video, she actually went outside after she threw those fries, the first video, and was arguing and cussing at the customers. And then they came back in, and then she picked up a yellow cone, that, you know, the cones that where you mark the floor, said wet floor, and threw it at him, and threw a bucket at the people also. There's no way a woman or man or anybody of any ethnic group or any color, if I owned a restaurant and they did that, they would be immediately fired. I don't care if the customer called you out of your name. I do not care. Your job is to be nice to them. That's what you're getting paid to do. Not to lose your cool because you didn't like what they said. That is not what you're being paid for, to go out and fight with somebody and throw fries at them, boiling hot fries at people. Now, if somebody gets burnt, if I'm the owner or the corporation that owns that restaurant, and it was a McDonald's, the first lady, it was a McDonald's, I get sued. McDonald's gets sued. They get sued for millions. They get sued for millions. And you can't be hiring people causing you to lose money. This is black fatigue. This is why white people are fatigued with black people, even in the regular public. The second video, this woman threw the hot fries at the guy. Then she got angry and grabbed a bucket and started dipping hot water out of the sink that they used to wash the dishes with and throwing it at the guy. She'd never work for another restaurant again if I had my way. I don't care if she's black. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have a right to show your ass, to act like a jackass in public. That's not your right. You don't have to do that. You don't have to act like that. And when you do, all you're doing is adding fuel to the fire and adding what white people already think about you is you're a bunch of monkeys and animals and hyenas. That's what they think of you anyway. Most of them do. Some of them do. Not all, but some do. And they're fatigued with it because you get out in public and you can't act right. You get pissed off at work because somebody says something bad to you that you don't like. You know how many times I've worked at restaurants growing up in my day, and I've been managers of restaurants before. And you know how many times I had to eat my own pride and just be nice to people, even though they're cussing at me because they didn't like the way the food tasted or something. I never got fired over doing stupid stuff like that. But for some reason, this generation, nothing matters. I'm going to show my ass regardless. I'm going to drop my pants and I'm going to show you my black ass. I'm going to show you just how much of a nigger I can be. Then you wonder why people don't want to be around me. I'm a black guy. And I'm fed up with your crap. So I know white people going to be fed up with it. I know Latino people going to be fed up with it. I know Asian people going to be fed up with it. Give me a break, please. There's more stuff out there that I could pull from in videos to show you even more. Like the woman that was over in a foreign country and she thought she got charged too much. So she started throwing the guy's pineapples. He was making drinks and she thought she got charged too much for the drinks. And she started throwing the stuff in the water. Throwing all these drinks that he had made in the water. You can't, you go to another country and act the fool, they'll lock you up and you're going to be there for a while. because they don't play the same games they play here in the United States. They do not play that, especially in Arab countries. You go to Arab countries and you a woman, you start talking crazy over there, they will send the police out there with billy clubs and they beat your behind and lock you up. And you ain't getting out until they say you can get out. So that's that's the regular everyday side of white people or any other ethnic group of people, whether it be Latino or Asian, having black fatigue. It's being fatigued out. I'm gonna show you another clip. Play another clip real fast. Just a small segment of this clip. Well, I can't think of the gentleman's name. It's part of his podcast, but I thought it was an interesting clip, so I clipped the clip of it and put it here in this video for you to watch. And it's a white woman talking about black fatigue. And she makes a valid point. She makes a very valid point. I want you to listen to it. Take a listen.
Talk about Shiloh Hendricks, the woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest, the kid was 5. I have worked with 5-year-olds for the last 15 years. Absolutely everything they do is out of pocket. They're like little unhinged drunk people. Nothing they do makes sense. A 5-year-old is capable of rifling through somebody's bag and taking things that don't belong to them. Ask any kindergarten teacher. But I realize why so many people are wanting to defend this. Because black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman. But what she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that us white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs every single day. So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth. But for the love of God, please leave the children out of it. Adults are stupid. They're going to do stupid things. But you're a different level of stupid when you bring kids into it. Thanks for coming to my TED.
So basically, what this woman is saying is that two things can be true at the same time. And I said this the other day when this whole situation first broke out, and then we had the panel on Monday night, where I basically said that white people are starting to get fed up, and that is the whole premise behind black fatigue. Is that nobody wants you to continue to play victim for the rest of your life. They tired of being held accountable for things that their ancestors did. They tired of you blaming all of your failures and the things that you weren't able to accomplish on white people. They're tired of you sitting there saying that you're a victim every single day, regardless of what your circumstance is, regardless of what you've been given, regardless of all of the affirmative action, regardless of the fact that you're saying that you're the most educated, but really you're the most enrolled. They tired of you blaming your debt on the system. They tired of you saying that white men are the problem. They tired of you asking for programs, and they're tired of being held accountable for the decisions that you're making every single day.
She'll be watching.
So we've seen some clips of everyday Americans, how they could give white people black fatigue. I mean, black fatigue is a real thing. And white Americans have black fatigue. Excuse me, I'm black and I'm sick of black people's crap. Let's look at famous black people. Let's go back a couple years, maybe a couple years. I'm sick of hearing about Diddy having sex with men. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm fatigued with it. I'm fatigued with hearing about Diddy having sex with men and all his troubles. I'm fatigued about hearing Bishop T.D. Jakes. This man's supposed to be a preacher, being a power bottom gay. You know what they call a power? That's a guy that can take it in the real, and you can pound him, and he'll holler for more. So I'm sick of hearing it. I was sick seeing Keke Palmer showing up at an Usher concert with her ass cheeks on full display. I'm sick of Joy Taylor being reportedly getting her cheeks clapped by a Fox Sports 1 executive to get better paying jobs. You know who Joy Taylor is. Used to be on the show Speak. Speak for Yourself became Speak. It became the show Speak. They shortened the name. And she got sued by Faraji Newsom, her hairstylist, who claimed that Joy was out there getting her cheeks smacked by the head of content at Fox Sports 1, executive head of content at Fox Sports 1. to get better paying jobs. So I'm fatigued with that. I'm fatigued with hearing about her get her cheeks clapped. I'm fatigued. I'm fatigued with Shadur Sanders, Deion Sanders' sons, with his legendary draft room, with the word legendary written all over his draft room, and then he doesn't get picked for the draft into the 5th round. I'm sick of it because it's out of order. It makes black people look bad. I'm sick of hearing about Tracy Ellis Ross claiming men her age have toxic masculinity because they believe in traditional marriage and don't want her. I'm fatigued with Shannon Sharp on the tape threatening to choke an OnlyFans model and being sued for $50 million. And I was fatigued when he let that little sex tape of his slip out over the internet and him having sex. He listening to him having sex. I'm fatigued with that. Now, you got Halle Berry shows up at a red carpet event in a designer dress showing her pussy to the whole world. You don't think black people are fatigued with all this stuff? You don't think white people are fatigued with all this? These are famous people. And the way that they're making the news is they're letting everybody get a full view of their embarrassing, low life, tasteless, classless, embarrassing bullshit. That's all it is. You would think that famous black people wouldn't have to steep to such low morals to get attention, but they do. They're steeping to the lowest common moral denominator to get attention. Why do you need to do that just to get attention? It's like they're at a race to the bottom of the cesspool and see who can wallow in the shit in the septic tank the longest until the microbials eat up all the shit. It's disgusting stuff, man. And this is the stuff that black people are famous for now. Showing their butt cheeks in public, showing their pussy in public, getting sued by an OnlyFans model when you started the erasure, she was only 19. Really? Besides Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard situation, when was the last time you heard a bunch of white people getting involved in the stuff that these famous black people are getting involved in? It looks bad. It looks like a race to the bottom of the cesspool. That's what it looks like. Fatigued. I'm fatigued over famous black people. Fatigued over their ignorance. Fatigued over their immorality. It's like watching a bunch of hyenas. Like a bunch of wild pack of hyenas at it. No morals, no anything. Just running together like a bunch of animals. Listen to the hyenas. If you reflect back to the earlier videos with those girls throwing french fries at people, it's like a bunch of wild animals. No morals, no principles, no concept of right and wrong, no congeniality, just no nothing. Just a bunch of animals. I can't even think of all the words I need to say right now, but they acted like a bunch of animals. Just like those hyenas that you're watching right now. A bunch of hyenas with no morals, no concept. Just fatigued. And I'm black. So if I'm black and I'm fatigued, I know there are other ethnic groups of people who are fatigued over it. Can't you find a better way to get attention than being immoral and stooping to the lowest moral common denominator? So black fatigue is a real thing. And black people need to do better. You gotta find a better way to get famous than being known for screwing men like like P. Diddy, or being a power bottom gay like TD Jakes, showing your ass cheeks at a Usher concert like Keke Palmer after she just had a baby, wanting to flaunt her butt around, then just let the public know, even though I had a baby, I still got it. Or like Halle Berry, actress, Oscar-winning actress, showing up at a red carpet event, showing the world her pussy. You think that's a good look for black people? You think that's a good look? It's a terrible look. But I digress. So, you can think what you want. Leave your comments in the comment section. I like to hear them, whether you like what I said or what you didn't like. This is the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, S.W. Griffin. That's all I have for you today concerning black fatigue. Peace. You've been listening to the Hear Me Out podcast with your host, S.W. Griffin. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to hear more videos, hit the like and subscribe button, please. Peace.